Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. I'm the Mysterious JG. I think I may be sitting down to finish this game. As I look at a Galaxy Updater.exe application error, we'll just have to overcome that as we try to wrap this game up. It's the first and perhaps last game where I try to do a Scott Steiner voice with any kind of consistency. You can be the judge of whether that voice had any consistency. But he's not in our endgame party as we proceed forward to bring an end to this game. I can't believe you beat Death Guys and then walked away to save your game as though there were no urgency at all. Because in fact, beating Death Guys is not the point of no return. This fight that we're entering into now is actually the point of no return. Well, my time is almost up. Time to die, everyone! He's so melodramatic. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be that excited if I knew I was dying, but you've got to try to bring everyone with you, dude. So I hate to pause it, because I don't remember this music. Final Fantasy's pulled out some bitchin' one-time only boss tracks for some of these games. But this might be one of them. The next game, like, this is the Final Fantasy game before the Final Fantasy game that was, like, my favorite Final Fantasy game. And, like, it just kind of, like, I hit it on YouTube, and now it pops up in my search result, or just my feed, recommended once in a while, and I'm still reminded of how, like, amazing, and I'm not even talking about the music that fights when you face Braska's final Aeon. I mean the final boss fight with Seymour music. It's just great. So hopefully this one's good too. But I wanted to stop and mention something about this fight. For years I had this vague memory of this fight being set up to punish you for over-leveling. And I couldn't remember if it was something I read on the internet. I definitely had some experience with it too. But then I tried to look it up more recently, and I couldn't find anything to figure out what I was talking about. And I finally did figure out, I think, not what I was talking about, what I was thinking about. So he's got a move, we'll see him use it, called, it's like Flare Star, Shockwave Pulsar, something else. It's Flare Star. And it does, like, your level times a certain number of hit points damage, which means it gets more powerful as your character gets leveled up. And I think generally the hit points you gain for leveling up don't really keep up. So Flare Star is really devastating when you're at high levels. And the issue with that is that it doesn't cost him MP. So I remembered, oh, if you come in and your whole party is at level 99, this battle becomes almost impossible to win, or it just becomes much more difficult, and it's the game's punishment for you over leveling. That's not actually true. Flare Star is more powerful, or it damages you more when you're at high levels. And I'm pretty sure, like, it's not softened by shell or anything like that. But I thought I remembered, like, I was sure I remembered that there was something in the AI script where if you're at level 99, he just does that attack every turn instead of mixing it up with other less powerful attacks. And that apparently is not true. It doesn't cost him any MP, and he doesn't use any physical attacks. So if you drain all of his MP, which was a tactic I was using against a lot of bosses in this game when I was playing it back in the day, it's super useful against, Kina's teacher, Quale. Otherwise, it's not useful in most cases. And against Kuja, it's a terrible idea, because it makes him do his ultimate attack over and over and over. So that's why I thought I remembered him being some kind of trick boss where if you level up, he becomes harder. It is kind of true, with that one attack becomes rougher if you just do nothing but level. But he doesn't, like, do it every single turn to make it, like, unrecoverable, unless you specifically get rid of all his MP. So stupidly, I did actually I do actually intend to steal from him just for fun. We stole a white robe. None of this matters at all. You can blind him. Doesn't matter. Did we all just hit... Oh no, we have, he's trans Kuja. Yeah, I'm stealing it from him for the hell of it. Well, never mind. I was about to do kind of a spoiler that isn't necessary, but you can blind him. But it doesn't matter. He doesn't use any physical attacks. It just means he'll have this, like, black thing floating over his head from now on. Still on ether. So that's going to stop us from doing magic on him from now on. But this is him in trance, I guess. And this is Flare Star. So this is what we don't want. Oh, did that not hit everyone? I guess it did. Rebirth Ring. But if he does that every single turn, it's pretty nasty. But now it's not even as good as I remembered it being. I do remember that spell being devastating. But I think the other thing was I was leveling up, I think... I leveled up years ago. I didn't... Okay, well, he's all out of shit, so we just need to kill him. Who's in trans? Like Kina? Okay, who cares? Now we can try to eat Kuja. But, I think if you level up to 99 but you don't understand the, all that nonsense that I was getting Lethal in particular making fun of me about wasting a ton of time in the menu, it's all true. I was aware of it myself. Way too much time in the menu, min-maxing equipment for level up. But if you don't do that, your stats, particularly your spirit, which is basically determines all damage reduction in game, is going to be significantly lower at level 99 than it will be even at level 90 if you've been getting all these boosts. So at level 99, when you haven't been min-maxing, Flare Star is doing just a lot of damage. I wonder if I've got anything that breaks, Yeah, I don't think I've got anything that's gonna break through, his, what do you call it, reflect. Basically, we just got a guy, he spent the entire game, I don't know, I feel like I'm somehow letting down the Let's Play by not having enough to say about Kuja at the end here. Our big showdown with this guy. He has been a pain in our ass for a long time. Dagger, in particular, has a lot of reasons to want to see Kuja dead. Vivi has a lot of reasons to see Kuja dead. It's actually Zidane and Kina don't have that much reason to care about Kuja, but... Is that going to bounce off of him and then cast on one of us instead? Or is he... No, he's refreshing it himself. I no can eat. But, like, why he was doing the evil... Like, he's kind of a melodramatic, like, stuck-up jerk. And, like, super arrogant and... Very, very nasty, but like why he was that way, it's pretty late in the game before we find out anything about his own backstory. But now he's like, he's kind of gotten into this boring like Sephiroth mode where he's like, I I will become a god, even if it means destroying the world. And it's like, this kind of seems disappointing. He was created to use the souls of our world to bring back the life of this other world, but now he's going to destroy them both because he's going to die and he can't stop it from happening. So now it's like, it just seems lame. Double Doomsday. But yeah, he's this crystal, like this is the main crystal that controls all life on all planets, and he's going to destroy it. Because, you know, that's how life on planets works, right? They all have crystals. Yeah, so he's going to destroy, like, the universe crystal to kill all life in the universe. We're just kind of tacked on very late in this story that he can do that. It's a... Final Fantasy VIII was the same way. I don't know what ending I would have written for the Final Fantasy VIII story as it ended between Act 1 and Act 2. And similarly, I don't know what ending I would have put into this game, but, like, Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy IX both, I was really enjoying, like, the fantasy geopolitics of the world. And in both cases, kind of underwhelmed by where the story eventually went. Because, like, the whole thing with Dagger's mom was, like, leading this evil war, and we had to figure out how to stop her. I liked. And, like, I was looking forward to what the confrontation between Dagger and her mom would be. And I just found it really odd when the big end was that Braun was already insane, and Kuja, like, apparently, Kuja claims he didn't do something to make her evil. And Braun, like, doesn't at the end say, finally, I've been freed from Kuja's control. Anyway. But, yeah, I don't know. I was in the middle of speechifying and this battle ended, so I guess I should be paying attention to it, because I think we just defeated Kuja. I'm going to die anyway. I want to be afraid anymore. But, yeah, I'll get back to it in the credits, talking about my issues with, like, I was really into this game's story in the first act, and it just fell apart right around the time that, like, I was really enjoying this game's story, and it kind of falls apart after, it was cool at the time, but then nothing interesting happened after Braun was eliminated by Kuja, and his own evil plans were enacted. Like, that's when the game stopped being that interesting. We were just following him around and never knowing what the hell's going on. Also, he looks really weird. I won't have to be afraid anymore. But I'm not gonna die alone. You're all coming with me. Fox, die! Ultima, kind of a fun plot spell in some of the games. Never really introduced in this one, but apparently it wipes out us and Kuja both. And there you go. Wait, why are all these people here who weren't here during the fight against Kuja? Oh, look at Dagger's butt. What the hell? What happened to the crystal? Where is this? It seems kind of like the same place, or at least a weird fantasy place. You stand before the final dimension, and I am the darkness of eternity. Who are you? It's good to make it talk like Otacon, but no. All life bears death from birth. Life fears death, but lives only to die. It starts with anxiety. Anxiety becomes fear. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Is this that uses anger, anger leads to hate leads to suffering. Isn't that a direct lift from Yoda? I think that's actually a direct lift from Yoda. The only cure for this fear is total destruction. Kuja was a victim of his own fear. He concluded he could only save himself by destroying the origin of all things, the crystal. What the heck are you talking about? Why are you telling me all this? You, light coming out of some kind of floating funnel? Now, the theory is undeniable. Kuja's action proves it. All things live to perish. Wait, don't let Kuja speak for the rest of us. At last, life has uncovered this truth. Now it is time to end this world. What do you mean by that? Did I stutter? I exist for one purpose. To return everything back to this zero world where there is no life and no crystal to give life. In a world of nothing, fear does not exist. This is the world that all life desires. I wasn't doing the Nobunaga voice. I was doing the Snape Alan Rickman voice. But now I have seen the word desires. Who the hell do you think you are? Alan Rickman or Nobunaga? Which one are you? You're not ending anything. Never. Not as long as we have the will to live. Foolish creature. Your fears have already deluded you. One day you will choose destruction over existence, as Kuja did. I'm nothing like him. He's your brother. Oh, I guess he is. When he sought to destroy the crystal, the purpose of life ended. What, just because he was a dick? Now come, enter the zero world that you desire. Don't tell me what I desire. You're not even doing the Nobunaga voice. You're clearly doing the Alan Rickman voice. I'm not sure about that anymore. No. We'll destroy you to prove you wrong. But I'm like death itself, I guess. And through our memories, future generations will see that we can overcome any fear. My No Fear t-shirt already proves this. We can't give up now. We have to fight together. Even if we lose, it doesn't matter. Our memories will live on inside others. Okay, whatever. So even if we are born to die, I'm not afraid. Okay, am I still talking or not? I'm gonna live. Okay, well, everybody starts out with 1 hit point, which I thought was interesting. I leave everything in your hands. Oh, wow. Freya gave her life to Quale. Or, I mean, Kina. This sucks. Don't screw up. You'd think he would give his life to Freya because they had some kind of weird connection. My butt is so cute. I'm sorry you didn't get to be part of the final battle, Steiner. I didn't really... He's the guy I felt like I probably should have included that I didn't, but Kina's more useful. Like having Steiner's, like for utility, I would probably take the Zidane out and replace him with Steiner possibly, but promise me you'll win. Well, now I have to go back and replay the whole thing and choose different characters. Whoa. I mean, I know he's got just elixirs, so there's no point stealing, because this is the final fight that's coming up. There's really not that much to even do with like, if I get rid of Master Thief, I can make him do more damage against the enemy type, but it doesn't matter, like, because I attack with yeah, I guess I give myself HP plus to make it ain't even harder to frickin' kill. But the horrible, spooky, I don't know specifically what stat things will and will not be useful here, so we're on the Hill of Despair. We've come too far to lose now to whatever is happening. Let's just wrap this up and go home. All of us. Well, here we go, guys. But I think in the interest of getting like a whole weekend's worth of uploads, I'm going to call this one early. So when we come back next time, guys, we're actually going to fight the final boss, who you'll see in a moment. It's just kind of a random thing that Kuja tries to destroy the crystals, and some disembodied voice appears and says, "Huh, I knew all life exists to be destroyed. Now I'm going to destroy all life." And we're like, "What?" And that's going to be the final boss fight of FF9. Fighting some just like disembodied voice that shows up to be like, "I'm going to destroy all life. I'm not really a part of the story, though. Don't mind me, just coming in here to destroy all life." Well, we're not going to let that happen. And we won't let it happen next time.